Breaking news, the LAPD is announcing the arrest of a suspect who's accused of sexually assaulting multiple victims. Investigators believe that suspect may be responsible for even more crimes.
And they are asking the public to help identify more victims. KTLA's Kimberly Chang is live in downtown LA with more on this breaking story. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, LAPD officials just wrapped up a news conference here at the downtown headquarters. They did announce that they have arrested a USC international student. Take a look. They released his photo earlier this morning and identified him as 30-year-old Shijie Wang, a graduate student at USC. They say he was arrested August 28th. Now, police say that there were multiple sexual assault victims between 2021 and 2025. Wang is accused of using drugs to cause victims to be unaware of their surroundings, and that's when police say he sexually assaulted them. Now, he is facing 8 felony counts, including rape. They wouldn't give details about the victims or say whether or not they were students, but LAPD did confirm that they started this investigation after receiving a tip in January from German authorities. They wouldn't elaborate what the connection is, but did say that the suspect, who is a Chinese national, has traveled to Germany before. Now, after his arrest in LA, robbery homicide division.
Hold on. So you telling me this man was assaulting women in Germany, and then they ended up giving the police a tip? So he's just an international rapist? Sick individuals in this world, y'all. A grad student. Chinese national. And send him to the pen. That's all. It's absolutely
served search warrants in the University Park area, and it's believed that he stayed there but may have had another place where he was living. Here's more from that news conference this morning. Take a listen.
Links to activity that the German police became aware of. They shared it with our authorities here, and our individuals here, both in the FBI and in our robbery homicide division, picked up the case at that point. We're not looking at this individual for drug trafficking. We're looking at him facilitating these sexual assaults by means of utilizing intoxicating substances and drugs.
Now, they wouldn't give any information on what types of drugs were used. They also would not say how many victims there are. They did say that's in the single digits. Now, Wang is in custody. He's being held without bail. Again, LAPD believes that there are additional victims, and they're asking for the public's help. Reporting live in downtown.
If anybody is, without bail is 100% correct. Because if anybody is planning to flee, it's a Chinese national who likes to go to Germany and assault women. Come on now. Let's go over into this next video and see if we can learn any more details, or if they give us any more details about this.
And a USC grad student from China is behind bars tonight, accused of drugging and raping multiple women during a years-long crime spree.
The 30-year-old doctoral candidate was taken into custody after a tip from overseas at an extensive LAPD investigation. Rick Chambers live at USC with more on the charges and the search for additional victims. Rick.
Yeah, Micah, that investigation's been underway for 9 months. Now, detectives decided that they had enough to arrest this young man in August. He's now been charged. He's in jail tonight, and the search is underway now for more victims.
I would suspect that this individual was an opportunist.
He's talking about Shijie, or Stephen Wang, who for years now has allegedly been attacking young women around L.A.
Whenever the individual developed a relationship with someone, he took that opportunity to drug them and sexually assault them.
So like the 30-year-old Wang is a USC grad student, a Chinese national here on a student visa.
I'm always worried about it because that's just like a woman's instinct. So I try not to go out late at night, or I'm always around people that I feel safe with.
It does make me feel uneasy just because you never really know when something can take a dark turn when you're just trying to have fun.
Wang was arrested after a tip from German federal police. What that connection is, though, investigators aren't saying. But LAPD robbery homicide detectives then searched Wang's home.
Evidence was recovered at Wang's residence that corroborated his involvement in drug-facilitated sexual assaults of multiple victims, dating back to 2021 and continuing into 2025.
Wang is now facing 8 counts so far of the force.
I said it took them 9 months to do an investigation. I want to know if he assaulted anybody within those 9 months while they were investigating. I don't know now. That's
rape and sodomy of at least 3 women.
We think there's a high likelihood that there are going to be other victims
rape
identified,
and sodomy.
if not here in the immediate LA region, nearby.
Which, of course, is a concern for young ladies out for a night of fun with friends.
Trafficking is a big thing right now, so just being cautious of who you want to let into your inner circle, because you never really know the true intentions of someone.
You never know who you can trust, and you would think like, oh, in a university, in a private school like USC, like this stuff wouldn't happen, but I guess that just shows you like evil people are out there anywhere.
Wang has already pled not guilty to the charges and is being held tonight without
I guess
bail.
he got to. Now, she was 100% correct. 100% correct. Evil people are everywhere. And you got to be prepared, and you have to don't let your guard down until you truly know someone. But that sometimes that doesn't help, because even if you think you truly know somebody, they still can change, and they can be a horrible person just lying in wait for you to let your guard down. Sounds like he was using date rape drugs to, after he started talking to women, just put it in their drink. Terribly sick bastard. Terribly sick. And then they said they got a tip from the federales at Germany. And I'm assuming, this is my thinking, they haven't supported this thought, or they haven't corroborated this. That sounds like he was doing the same thing over in Germany. Same thing over in Germany. It was on to him, and he fled the country, came back to United States to go back to his USC, University of Southern California, as soon as they was on to him. So that's why they gave the tip over to the LAPD. You never know. He was a doctorate student. He would have got a good job, came out, could have got him a wife. But it's not what's on some people's mind. Some people's mind are in a terrible place. Some people's mind are sick. Some people's mind is sick. Yeah, throw the book at them. It sounds like they need to throw the book at them. Doing that on campus? Multiple women? Yeah, throw the book at them. Throw the book at them. Let me know your thoughts, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. It's a tragic scene. Very tragic. But it just goes to show, you never know what someone is truly capable of. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Now, let's see if do they give us any more. See if they give us any more details. You already know we got to look and see if there's anything else. Let's see if Fox has anything worth mentioning. Okay, yep. So let's go over to this article, y'all, and see what else we can learn. So as you can see, a Chinese national who has been studying in the United States has been charged with drugging and sexually assaulting several women over a 3-year span, prosecutors said Wednesday. They announced federal charges against Wang, 30-year-old, a Chinese national pursuing a doctorate at the University of Southern California. He is accused of slipping in caps. He is accused of slipping drugs into victims' food and drinks before assaulting them between 2021 and 2024. Wing faces 8 felony counts, including forcible rape, sodomy by use of controlled substance, and sexual penetration by the use of anesthetic or drugs. The police told reporters that they were first tipped off by Germany, who said that they believed he could be the man behind a string of similar assaults. So that's what I said, a string of similar assaults. LAPD Alan Hampton said that the authorities believe that Wang was an opportunist who drugged his victims before allegedly sexually assaulting them. Evidence was recovered at Wang's residence that corroborated his involvement in the drug-facilitated sexual assault of multiple victims dating back to 2021 and continuing into 2025. He was arrested on August 28th and pleaded not guilty at September 2nd arraignment, court records show. He is being held without bail pending a preliminary hearing and is set for January 14th, 2026 at the Fultz Criminal Justice Center in downtown Los Angeles. Prosecutors said that 3 women have been identified so far, but investigators believe there may be additional victims. If convicted as charged, Wang faces 25 years to life plus 56 years in the California State Prison. He will require to be a registered sex offender for life, and the district attorney office asked any other possible victims to come forward. The robbery homicide division has handled the investigation. A USC spokesperson said the university is cooperating fully with law enforcement and that Wing has been barred from campus during the ongoing investigation. The DA office urges anyone with information to call the detectives. No one should ever have to deal with trauma of being drugged and sexually assaulted and stripped of their ability to consent. Hoochman said in a statement. Fox News Digital has reached out to Los Angeles District Attorney for comments. So, like what I suspected, Germany, he was doing the same thing over in Germany. They told the LAPD, and that's when the investigation started. Be careful who you are around. Be careful who you decide to let your guard down around. Because there are sick people in this world. There are sick people in this world, y'all. But let me know your thoughts on that whole situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like this